Hi everybody, my name is Andrew Whiteock. I'm working in our pharma business segment, responsible for digitalization and innovation. I want to talk to you today about how our pharma companies are winning the race against time. Winning the race against time is about saving lives. The COVID-19 pandemic and the joint response of industry and academia has shown how and why. It's fueled by technology and it's fueled by digitalization. And we've all learned that the discovery and development of vaccines is really not so simple. This is true of many medicines and many different therapies. Time is so important due to the regulations in the industry, both to protect new discoveries and also to ensure safe production. Manufacturers can protect new discoveries via patents that last for 20 years. It can then take an average of 12 years to successfully develop a drug, meaning commercial exclusivity will only last for 8 years. Only 1 in 1,000 candidates will actually make it to clinical testing, and only 1 in 5,000 makes it to market. These huge odds mean that on average, a new drug will require an investment of $1.7 billion, and this number is rising. These numbers define the challenges in the pharmaceutical industry. And once it's on the market, of course, the cost of quality can be significant, sometimes around 25%. Another driver is individualization. We hear about individualized sneakers or drinks bottles, but what about an individualized vaccine that is based on you and your genetic profile? The science to individualize the product itself has been around for many years. And here at Siemens, we are supporting the pharmaceutical industry to turn that science into an affordable reality. In this example at BioNTech at Mainz in Germany, we support the manufacture of individualized vaccines against cancer. That's a single batch customized for each patient. There is a lot behind the work that we have done here to achieve real individualized production, from the collection of the raw material to streamlining and automating the process and delivering the medicine back to the patient. The objective has been to build a robust and reliable process. This has been only made possible through effective management of large amounts of data, integrating robotics, and by eliminating paper. BioNTech is just one example of the manufacturing transformation in pharma. There are many others. Our vision for the manufacturing transformation in pharmaceutical depends on the integration of the real world and the virtual world. We need to use the virtual world to simulate and to test and to seek optimization of our process or our production. We also need to be able to feed that data back from production back into the process and back into product development. We drive that transformation with this concept, the concept of the digital twin of the product, the digital twin of production, and the digital twin of performance. Over the last few years here at Siemens, we've been developing a portfolio for the pharmaceutical industry that is based on this concept of bringing the virtual world closer to the real world. This means that digital twin of the product, covering the process and digital design and simulation, the digital twin of production, where we plan and simulate and optimize production, and finally, the digital twin of performance, which is all about using technology to make production run more efficiently and optimized. I'd just like to explore the pharmaceutical manufacturing transformation from the perspective of a pharma manufacturer. At Siemens, we are part of BioForum, a consortium of all of the principal biopharma manufacturers and suppliers, shaping the future of manufacturing in our industry. These trends drivers are agreed by our customer. The market is growing day by day. There are many new products, new therapies based on biologics or cell genes, more complex products. The uncertainty of how quickly we can manufacture, and the uncertainty of the world due to political regulations, political pressure, and so on. And that pressure on cost comes from the competition of generic manufacturers and the rising development and clinical trial costs, such as I alluded to earlier. These business drivers are key when making strategic choices at an operating level. Flexibility is needed to adapt to global networks. Speed is key. Here we talk about speed to clinic, speed to clinical trials, speed to build a new plant, speed to market, and of course, speed to supply. Quality has to be maintained throughout the value chain and is very important. And although cost pressure is not as keenly felt in manufacturing as in some other industries, the cost of development and global cost efficiencies mean that it's certainly a factor that companies need to take into account. These business drivers and market trends are driving that manufacturing transformation. Some of the key highlights there: closing the gap from R&D to production, moving towards online quality, moving to data, moving towards disposable, flexible scenarios, paperless manufacturing, and the digital supply chain. These digital expectations and these drivers have helped us to define the topics on which we focus with our industrial partners and also with consortia and academia. These 9 focus topics broadly cover some of the most interesting innovation projects that we've been working on, from smart biopharma to paperless manufacturing, modular manufacturing, integrated engineering, through to digital twin and simulation and continuous manufacturing. These are drivers which have helped us to define the topics on which we focus with our industrial partners and also with consortia and academia. These 9 focus topics broadly cover some of the most interesting innovation projects that we've recently been working on, from continuous to paperless to modular and individualized production. Let me go through a couple of examples. The digital process twin is a digital twin of a vaccine process that we have been building in a pilot project at the moment. The real plant is a classic automation system integrated with PAT analyzers and simulation software. The virtual plant includes all simulation software and models to mimic the real process in real time. The offline simulation can then be done on supercomputers or cloud computing to really know exactly what's happening in the process. Using the digital process twin, our customer is able to really understand his process and optimize how he is able to manufacture and build that process and the equipment that he's needing. A core element of our digital enterprise software portfolio is our electronic batch record solution. We're working with many customers to innovate this around specific requirements of our industry and have developed some apps to enable batch review on mobile devices or completion of information for logbooks or for execution. More importantly, we are rising to the challenge of making the deployment of a paperless batch record system more affordable through the cloudification of our software and a future offering of EBR software as a service. Using big data and analytics for continued process verification is another key area. In Ireland, we've recently established a MindSphere application centre in cooperation with a well-known bio research institute called NIBERT. We've developed a platform to allow the collection of large amounts of data, enabling the specific analytics to be carried out and performed to understand the biological process and, for example, to improve yield. Our first projects have started and are just starting to see real benefits for those customers. Our partnership with Sartorius is an example of driving change by working with a partner to provide real benefits to our customers. Today's focus is the creation of a bioprocess platform with Sartorius, with hardware from Sartorius and software from Siemens. Our intention is to work further together to develop this as a modular concept, enabling additional analytics, reducing costs and improving quality for our customers in the biopharmaceutical industry. I'd also like to highlight our Living Lab in Vienna. We've been working with our colleagues in corporate technology to integrate different software and hardware elements around a specific fermentation process. We include simulation, technology, integrated engineering, electronic batch recording, biometric authentication, PAT, analytics, and many, many more. It's a real example of how the different technologies can come together to provide real value and understanding of a process. Digital transformation is about more than just a portfolio. As I've just demonstrated, with the expertise that we have in Siemens, we are guiding our customers on their journey to become a digital enterprise. Our customers are benefiting from our IT, our automation, and of course our vertical expertise to really start their digital transformation immediately. Thanks to our portfolio, we're able to offer a complete set of solutions right through the entire value chain. We're also able to offer solutions for implementation and optimization, also for consulting and for financing. Digital transformation is about more than just a portfolio. Thanks to our expertise, we are able to guide our customers on that journey to become a digital enterprise. Through consulting, our customers benefit from our IT, automation, and of course our vertical expertise to start their digital transformation right away. We are also able to provide expertise for implementation and optimization of processes. To finish, I remind you of this thought. The 3 components of digital transformation are analytics, simulation, and collaboration. On the right-hand side, some of our focus topics show how we have integrated these core ideas to be able to drive change in the pharmaceutical industry. I leave you with these thoughts. We have a very interesting portfolio that meets, of course, a variety of customer challenges, and we have that strong expertise and focus on innovation to be able to deliver initiatives and co-creation projects. But most importantly, by bringing that portfolio together with that expertise, we're able to deliver solutions to enable the digital enterprise for the pharmaceutical industry. Thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you soon.
Siemens, ingenuity for life.